Okay, so I want us to talk about Ntsikimazwai today. Ntsikimazwai says they are scapegoating Kelly Khumalo. In other words, and let me explain this. I'll give a context to this so you can understand where I'm coming from and also where I'm going. Ntsikimazwai says it cannot be that Kelly Khumalo is the right person. She said that because of the following. I'm just going to show you this. Just give me a few minutes. Just a few minutes. I want to read this for you. Do you remember when we went through the lead investigator's affidavit, where it says this? Look, it states that accused number one, Muziga Ukhulelwa Sibiya, implicated Kelly Khumalo as being the person who ordered the killing of Senzo Meyiwa, right? Meaning she is the mastermind. She is the one who ordered the hit, as per the confession made by accused number one. Ntsikimazwai responded or tweeted something or wrote something either on her Instagram and said something. So today I want us to I want us to look at that. I want us to revisit that, and I want us to have a bit of a conversation around this, because it is very important to, you know what I'm saying, look at matters like that. I'm going to shortly talk to you what Ntsikimazwai has got to say, but I have a lot of questions and I'm still interested. I haven't asked her if she still maintain what she said. I wish I did before this video, but it's not too late to hear her thought and her opinion. I put it to you that you do the following. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, will bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Okay, Ntsikimazwai, when she commented, I think it's her Twitter handle, right? She said the following. I think she was responding to a tweet by Griselda Lewis from SABC1, who wrote the following, right? Griselda Lewis, guys, she's the woman, she's an SABC journalist, right? Who is following the case of Senzo Meyiwa. She's often in court. Been there, I've seen her live, right? She says, she tweeted, and I just don't have the date. Okay, yes, I have the date, even the time. On the 25th, on the 24th of Jan 2024, at about 2 p.m., this lady, Griselda Lewis, said the following: breaking news, #Senzo Meyiwa trial. Through lead investigator Brigadier Bongani Kininda's affidavit, it states that accused number one, Muziga Ukhulelwa Sibiya, implicated Kelly Khumalo as being the person who ordered the hit of #Senzo Meyiwa. The High Court in Pretoria have just heard. I don't know whether Mazwai was responding to the very same email. To the very same thing, or she was just responding around the news, because at the time Kelly Khumalo then trended, right? But her response, the bottom line is that, yes, I think they are scapegoating her. Yes, I think they are scapegoating her. Those are, let me just highlight this. That was the response from Ntsikimazwai. I want us to have a discussion. Don't worry. We don't have a lot of discussion about it, right? It's going to be nice. Just give me a few minutes. I just want to make sure that I go through everything that you need to know. Somebody then asked the following question here. Just give me a few minutes. I'm going to read this question for you. I just want to see who asked that question, right? Who asked this question? At T, I forgot. I can't see the person says, I support her too. Oh, that was look. Oh, that was before that. I support her too. They all know who killed Senzo, and that person was in the room with them. Nongabi was brought here, right, or was brought here, right? That is the question. And then a lot of people ask somebody says there was just two. There's just no way. But what confuses me is the picture of the back of man. One thing she can do for us is to go to court and give her testimony. She must just testify once and for all. I think so too. What evidence is evidence, especially in the corrupt system of ours. Okay. This person is saying no. The thing is, she must just go to court and testify once and for all. However, does Kelly Khumalo seems to be interested to testify? It's a different ball game altogether. We will talk about that. We can, in fact, talk about that. I'm not interested for now to talk about whether or not, because I've already dealt with the fact that why she must go to court and testify. I am asking myself a question to Ntsikimazwai. Please don't kill me and say, Bongs, maybe you should have, you know what I'm saying? Come on. If Tsigi wants to engage me on this one, I would really love to hear her side of the story, because one day I was watching her live on her channel, on YouTube channel Moya. I commented, especially local. She was just talking about general stuff, so I was like, you know what? There's Tsigi talking about general stuff. Let me just watch the live session with Ntsikimazwai. I commented, and she's like, "When you keep saying, you keep insinuating that Kelly Khumalo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?" And then I was like, you know what, Tsigi? I think my problem is not whether or not she pulled the trigger, whether or not she hired people. My problem is, if, for instance, it was you, Ntsikimazwai, who is alleged to have killed your sister, Thandiswa Mazwai, we are expecting you to be forward about a lot of things. You may not attend to us. You may not answer all the questions we have for you. But when it comes to a criminal court, standing and they are ventilating on your issue, and you are not, the state says you are not among the witnesses, but on the day of your sister's death, you were there. You even drove your sister to the hospital. The least we expect from you is the enthusiasm to say, I want to tell the world, you can't exclude me. I should be one of the key witnesses there because I was there. That is what she's not giving us. Failure to do so, it is creating a room to think otherwise of her. Because if she knows that she wouldn't have done that, if she knows that she's not involved in any way, shape, or form, under any capacity, when the opportunity to go before court and tell your side of the story is there, we are saying you should be able to grab it with both hands. Right. Even when the state is saying we have no intentions of calling you Ntsiki, but what then should happen? You should be able to say, listen, I have a legal advice. I've inquired. I found that I'm allowed to go and testify. Therefore, I'm no longer asking you to include me. I'm telling you, you must include me because I'm coming to testify. If you don't want to do so, then I will go to the defense lawyers and I will testify. I will be brought to court by the defense who are defending the accused and I will tell my side of the story. Because then anything that comes out of court, it's final. If the court says, Loco Kelly is guilty, it's final. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's final in a sense that it's binding, right? If the court says she's not guilty, it's binding. Nobody can come back tomorrow and say, even if we've got suspicions, but because it's a court verdict, we will not be allowed to say anything against her. A court system helps in terms of doing all the surfing, all of those things. Even when then she's attacked by social media users, she can easily take them to court because the court has declared her innocent. You cannot suspect or cannot come up with anything unless you want to follow the same court processes to make sure that you appeal everything so that you can go back and prosecute her. So a court helps in terms of vindicating her. So if there is a process available to vindicate and clean your name, why wouldn't you take such a process? That's the question we have when it comes to her. If Tsiki, you can answer such questions, then we can easily understand, right? And we have a lot of questions as well. Don't think that's just the last one. No. We've got a lot of them. I'm coming. That's just one. If the court is willing to hear you, and the court can hear, and the defense can listen to you, what stops you from going to a process that will vindicate you? One. The second one, Tsiki, in this case, what we are trying to find out, we are trying to fathom this. Maybe it's a mystery that we cannot fathom. It's okay. May help us then to understand this following one. Senzo died in your, at your, say for instance, Tsiki, you are renting an estate somewhere, right? So when Ntsiki, as you are renting an estate somewhere, Senzo Loco or your sister died in your premises. You are not even courteous enough to go to the family and explain how their daughter died in your yard. No. I know when things happened, there were heated arguments. But if you follow articles, then the family, look, the anger subsided. She was even allowed to come and attend the funeral. She just didn't. Right? The question is why? It is those questions that are creating the speculations and the assumptions from people. When those questions goes unanswered, there comes suspicions. You should be able to explain. You at the time when Senzo was buried, police were available to escort her. It was a trending case. Everybody was willing to escort her. She would have been escorted to the funeral and back. She would have been escorted to the Meiwa family, at least to give closure to the Meiwa family as to how their son died. The Meiwa, the mother of Senzo Meiwa, confirmed that even today, even the mother of Kelly has never set her foot there to explain what happened on the day. In the absentia of such behavior, you Ntsiki, you pursue these things of we call it spiritualism, okay? So somehow those things will also link you back to cultures, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to have to reason with you from that angle. Culture dictates that if, for instance, I have a girlfriend and that girlfriend die in my vicinity, in my yard, in my apartment, before police, leave police, culture says, I will then inform the elderly people in my family. The elderly people will then accompany me to the other side. So it's culture. Before there was this thing of closure, the English word culture, I would have been accompanied to the other side to go and explain that this is what happened. As the Masugu family, we are sorry about it. That's culture, Ntsikimazwai. Guys, please don't take it as a fight between me and Ntsikimazwai. We're not fighting. Not at all. We just, you know what I'm saying? We can talk. That's why she can create conversations. I can comment on Twitter. We're not fighting at all. You know, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's a friendly conversation, like the way you see it in my facial expression. We're not fighting at all. So don't think I'm attacking Ntsikimazwai. No. If look, I have a number for Ntsikimazwai. I would have just called her. You know what I'm saying? When there are serious matters that I don't understand, I will easily call her and say, Ntsikimazwai, but I don't understand this. Why this? So here, no. Because she commented publicly, and I just happened to come across this comment now. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm also going to comment publicly, you know, with the hope that this will not create enmity between me and Ntsikimazwai. I'm not fighting her, you know. So I'm just saying, when Ntsikimazwai, this is where we're coming from. We are expecting her at least culture. Why? Because Zandi Khumalo Gumede, whatever you want to call it, she stated that Tina Singamazulu Tina. You know, the way she was speaking in court, we say, how are you a Zulu proud girl who does not obey culture? Why will you have Tumelo coming to negotiate lobola for Tina? Siyalingwa yazi. Sihlane ngiyakutshela. Oh, Tumelo was called to come and tell. That person 2 minutes ago was telling us about how much of a Zulu she is. 3 minutes later, she has forgotten of how much a Zulu she is. A friend is coming to negotiate lobola for Senzo Meyiwa. But let's leave it. We're just going to forget it. We're just going to say it never happened. But we'll come back to this one. And we'll say, wait a minute. So Ntsikimazwai, we are saying Zulu culture was broken and it was violated, or whatever whether you want to use it. There was never an adherence to a Zulu culture, because Zulu culture would have said the mother takes the responsibility and say, listen, my daughter and your son were there doing 1, 2, and 3 on a specific date, and this is what happened. We are sorry as the Khumalo family. Why that hasn't happened? So I'm saying, when I'm saying, in the absence of these things, she's not going to court. She's not following this cultural route. Nothing. These court processes vindicate her and gives closure to the Meyiwa family. This cultural route, it also vindicates her and also give closure to the Meyiwa family. None of the two take place. In the absence of these two fundamental principles in obtaining justice, what are we supposed to think as society? I'm just thinking about people in general. Do you see how much of a dilemma it creates in us? So that's where the problem is. Right now, Ntsikimazwai, as you stand by her, I am saying the best advice you can give to her, the case hasn't been closed. If the state, the advocate Balois, the Ginindas of this world have no intentions of calling her, I suggest she uses people such as Abo, the defense, and tell them, listen, guys, I want to come and tell the side of my story. I'm not being afforded that. opportunity. I want to give closure to the Mayor family and vindicate myself in the process as well. Why wouldn't she take such an opportunity?